In this episode, we're making barbecued hickory spare ribs with grilled buttered corn cobs.
What are you doing? Better shut up. Wait, we can just cut that later. Okay, ready?
So first off now, we're going to start off with a dry rub. It's important to do that with anything.
What?
With ribs, it's important to start off with a dry rub before anything else. So right here I have sweet and smoky rub. Basically it's just salt, sugar, black pepper, garlic, granulated chili peppers, brown sugar, cinnamon. It's all that stuff. It's good, it's amazing. I use it a lot in all my cooking, so it's about time I tell you what's actually in it. Of course, black pepper, kosher salt, and a little bit of a kick, cayenne. This is the dark brown sugar. Need a little bit more, even though it's in the sweet and smoky rub, it's good to have. Parsley, the greens. And this is some powerful shit. It's hickory liquid smoke. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Just kind of drizzle on the top. Okay, now we'll just rub it down. And you want to coat it really good. That's why I know it looks like I have a lot of seasonings on here, but that's what you got to do with pork ribs. You got to really, really saturate it with the, see, look at all this. You got to really get it in there. And also, kind of gonna do that too, whatever, if that's okay. Just get it in the bone. Make sure it's all over it. Even color on all sides. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Woo! We got a nice coat of dry rub on the ribs. It's ready to go. Now we're going to move on over here to our side cart marinade. I talk about that a lot because I use that a lot. We're going to do a Georgia's mustard barbecue sauce glaze. What I like to use is just hickory barbecue sauce. There's some hickory here, hickory there. So we're going to do barbecue first. Yeah, come out. Alright, you know what, we're just going to, not all of it. Yeah, this is just going to be for a painter glaze, so we don't need a whole lot of all the ingredients. And another key ingredient to Georgia's mustard sauce glaze is French's yellow mustard. Give it a good shake. Open the thing, don't spill it. Yeah, just kind of mix it with the barbecue sauce. Cool. I'd say it's probably pretty good there. So I did refill the thing that I spilled, and it is soy sauce. It's going in. Honey. I love honey with meats. It's great. It's a perfect glaze coat with everything. It just caramelizes all the flavors in there, and it keeps it. I just love it. This is just regular Tabasco. Gives it a little bit of a punch, but also has that kind of just that strong kind of, not well vinegary, but it gives it a good Georgia's mustard vibe. This is, like, shit, I don't even know what this is. Damn. Oh yeah, Worcestershire sauce. Awesome. That's another key ingredient. Get the malty flavor in there. It's got a good bitter punch, but it's great. Love it. This is apple cider vinegar. Don't need a whole lot of that. Just kind of stir it up till the colors look even. It's not a very pleasant color. It sure is a pleasant taste, but yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be alright. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna give this just a little try just to see if it's all good to go. That's it's pretty good. I like it. I'm gonna stay with that. I had a little bit of Tabasco left in a little glass bottle, and I didn't want to put it back into my fridge, so I decided to just dump it all in there and get rid of it. If you're not too much into spices, you can just use less Tabasco than what I showed you. And also, the French's mustard has, it's just the standard mustard. It has a good kick to it, but if you're not a fan of that and you don't want to use all of that, I would suggest using, you can find it at the store. You can use like a sweet honey mustard. That's got less of a vinegary punch. So yeah, that's two things you can do to kind of like, if you don't want too much of a punchy sauce. I'm a fan of it. I think it's going to go very well with the brown sugar and the other sweet ingredients that I already had put on. And also once it's cooked, you know, like the sauce rendition changes. It's not as raw and punchy in your face. Temperature is set for 450. Right now it's about 430. I got this rib rack. It's awesome, but it's more designed for like beef ribs. Pork ribs is just kind of like, they're too thin, so it just kind of falls right through. So what I did with the pork ribs and the rib rack that's designed for beef ribs, I just laid them across like this. But the big beef ribs, you can lay them like this, just across, and you could do 8 racks at a time, which is awesome, but you can't do it with the pork, so I'm just laying it horizontal. I'm gonna do it like that. So here we go. It's time for the buttered grilled corn cobs. I got 4 corn cobs here. What I did before I started filming was I soaked it in a pot of cold water. It's important to do that for about 30 minutes. That way the kernels soak up the moisture, and then so when you wrap it in the foil and you put it on the hot grill, what it does is it has the moisture inside and it keeps it juicy, so when you bite into the corn cob, it's not going to be a dry piece of shit. It's going to be amazing, and that's why you soak it for 30 minutes. Got 4 corn cobs and 4 sheets of foil. Kind of weird, right? No, not really. Okay, so you just want to kind of dry them off just a little bit, not a lot. But you don't want them like soaking, because then everything else that you're putting onto it, when you season it and foil it, it's just kind of like, it's still moist on the inside. You just want to get like the excess water off of them. Just kind of just shake it, drop it, have some fun. So we'll start off with 1 sheet of foil. Put it down like that. So what I have here is melted butter, parsley, of course black pepper, and salt. Fresh corn here, a little bit of salt. Yeah, that's just a little bit. We got butter here too. Of course black pepper. Kind of let it dance around to this thing. A little bit of parsley. And you're going to do this same process with all those, and then you just slap it with a little bit of butter. Give it a little roll. Another butter dip. Another roll. Y'all with me out there? Alright. A little more pepper. Pepper. Of course black. Of course it is. Okay. That's how you do it. Simple. Okay, so all the basic ingredients are on these, but I like a lot of different flavors, a lot of bold flavors. So what I like to do is I like to put that sweet and smoky rub just a little bit on the corn cobs, and also this stuff called garlic gold. It's got like granulated onion, salt. I think there's red pepper flakes in there. What else is in here? Yeah, the paprika, smoked paprika. So yeah, you get a lot of strong flavors out of that. So I just like to use just a little bit of each. Just, I don't know, to me it gives it that finish. It's great, I love it. But yeah, if you just like it basic, then you can just use the first way that I showed you. Yeah, it's just the touch that I like. It's been a little over 20 minutes now,
So I'm gonna slap it with that sauce. Right after it's done, about 5 minutes prior, I'd hit it with the sauce one more time, and then I'd give it about, they're gonna be hot, so before you chop them, I'd give it like a 15-minute rest time. I just took the ribs off, I hit it with that sauce 5 minutes before I took it off, and now it's gonna sit there for about 15 minutes. The corn's going on now, the grill's hot, and as soon as you start hearing that popping sound, that's when you know the cook. No, I'm just kidding. I'd say these are gonna take about 15 minutes on 10-15 minutes on a high heat, something like that. Just keep stirring them and stuff, and yeah, just keep doing this with them. When you start to see the foil kind of get like a little, not charred, but like kind of a golden black color, that's when you know it's kind of done. The ribs are off. They've been sitting for about 15 minutes, resting. Now it's time to cut them. I like to use my old cleaver here. See, so if you see the bone here, bone there, it's as simple as this. You just cut right in between those. I see so many people struggle all the time with cutting ribs, and it's not that big of a deal. You just cut straight through the middle of the two bones. See, and that's how you get a nice even slice of spare ribs. So yeah, same process. You don't have to watch, it's boring. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always dreamed about making food that looks exactly like this, and now I'm at that stage where I can make those dreams come true and make it happen, and all the flavors and elements are there. Here it is, guys. I'm going to start off with the corn. So this is the one that I used with the special blends, the sweet and smoky rub, the garlic gold. It's got a little bit of kick to it. It has a little more bold flavors. And this one here is the basic one that I have, which is really good still, but like I said earlier, I love more of a bold flavor. So here we go. It's buttery, a little bit of a spice, and it's so juicy. That's why it's important to soak it in that pot of water that I showed you earlier for 30 minutes. So the kernels hold in all that juice and moisture. Otherwise you're just going to end up with dry corn. That's boring, that's not fun. That is really good. Now move on to a rib. Look at that. Flexible, moist, got a nice even coat on the top. Wow, oh my god. Super bold, very tangy, but it's so sweet. I love it. You guys gotta do it. You gotta do it. Please. Awesome. Show me what you got.